Hello, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. This is Meerab Zishan. I hope you all are doing well. And today we are going to talk about a very, very important topic that is the division of the provinces. And I am joined by Imran Ali Saab, who is an ambassador, a diplomat, and expert. So I think he is the best one to discuss these issues because he knows very well about all those things. Assalamu alaikum, Imran Saab. I hope you're doing well.
Assalamu alaikum. It's so good to be in your show. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I was just hearing your previous podcast. You were talking about the provinces and the divisions of those as well. It was really great. So I thought let's have you here on my podcast as well. So, what is the reason to divide the provinces? I would like to ask you this for the first.
Actually, it's been going around for the past 1 year or 2 years now. Uh, this plan to have more provinces in Pakistan than the four provinces. They gave example of India. India had 13, 14. Now their provinces have multiplied. Other examples. And one of the reasons they give is that it would lead to easier management, easier administration, and providing administration to the doorstep of the people. So that's the reason that is being given right now. Um, but it's not an easy endeavor. It's a very
Of
difficult
course.
endeavor, and that's the plus that is given in favor of of more provinces.
Right. When we see these issues are not new, we have been facing so many issues since the start. And nobody ever realized of, dividing the provinces or creating new provinces in Pakistan. Why just to be thought about it now? I'm not saying that being late is not so good. It's fine. Whenever you decide is fine. But still, don't you think this idea should have been taken earlier?
Yes, if at all, this was important and population was the cause. It should have been taken up earlier. I think this has a different connotation now. What has happened is that Pakistan has done very well externally in mediation, in its role in preventing a war between the U.S. and Iran. Currently, also this 5 day ceasefire is holding up because of Pakistan. However,
Right.
internally, Pakistan seems to have been beset with certain problems. There was this uprising, sort of an uprising in Kashmir during the elections. Then there is violence in Balochistan. Actually, a lot of terror incidents are taking place in Pakistan, and the economy is not doing as well as we would have liked. It's not doing badly, but it's not really picking up. So I think there is this new focus on domestic issues that look, uh, let's do something. And I think a very simplistic solution that comes to mind is have more provinces. So I think it's just a proposal. It's just something to divert attention from economic and other internal issues. And it's but the why it's being given importance now is because it has been presented by Mohsin Naqvi, the interior
Yeah.
minister, who is known to be very close to Field Marshal Asim Munir. So that's one of the reasons why there is this whole debate around it.
Right. All right. So when we see like if this decision gets, into the approval of all the politicians, all the people of parliament and the National Assembly, so do you think it will be easier to like execute this plan, like dividing the provinces? And if we start from Punjab as it's the bigger one, what will be the difficulties we're gonna be facing?
Mira, one of the biggest difficulties is that according to the constitution, you need to have a two-thirds majority in each
Majorities
province.
approval, yeah.
The province you want to divide further, and it's going to lead to controversies whether the Potoha Plateau should be one province, whether Lahore should be one province, whether say Faisalabad or Gujranwala. So the proposal is to create provinces according to the divisions, but it's not easy. It's not
Yeah.
easy, and it will open up settled issues will be again put up to controversy. Uh, if you were to ask me, it would be the most difficult in Sindh, because Sindh feels very strongly that all of Sindh belongs to ethnic Sindhis. But if you create
Yeah.
a province in Karachi, then Karachi would not be a Sindhi majority province, and that would be a problem. So in Sindh, I believe it would not be possible to divide Sindh.
Right. So, as you have just mentioned about the division of Sindh, I just remember the words of PPP because I heard that they are not so agreed on this point and they don't want it to happen. So, if such things happen, like political differences, the political disagreements, then it will take a lot of time. Of course, we have seen previously, whenever there is a decision that has to be done, it takes a lot of time. And when you talk about the division of the provinces, of course, if you see Punjab dividing on, then of course if the Punjab government allows that, still you have to focus on the other province as well, because we are not planning just to divide Punjab. Then we are talking about to make the provinces in all over the Pakistan. Problems are not only in Punjab, problems are in Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa as well. So
Yeah,
wouldn't that be
yes. So
hard? Yeah.
it will be very hard. Actually, if you look at the basic premise is that why do administrative officers not reach the common man? So the question is not about dividing provinces. The
Yeah.
problem lies in the civil service of Pakistan, which is not people's friendly, which has never been people's friendly. So you need to administratively reform the civil service for them to be able to function in every district. So there are district officers. So
Yeah.
they reach the common man. So even if you have a province, until you have a good officer corps, a civil officer corps, which can be people's friendly, which can serve the people. Even if you create 100 provinces, there would still be the haughty people. People would need to have a sifarish to reach them. If you go to a government office without knowing somebody, it's a very hard ride. I think they should focus internally on the reform of the civil service to make it more people's friendly than trying to divide provinces and other things.
Right. All right. So, what political tensions are we expecting now? The ping pong stays there, but when this is the decision, and of course, the elections will be more bigger, more interesting. So, what political tensions are we expecting?
Yes, we are going to. People feel that there are going to be political tensions. I think the government, the PMLN government, uh, is now under pressure to perform economically and to perform as far as law and order is concerned. But again, in law and order, mostly it's Pakistan's armed forces and Pakistan's paramilitary forces that are deployed everywhere. But you have to take leadership, political leadership in Balochistan or in Kashmir. Now, the federal government was found wanting in Kashmir. When people were up, the prime minister should have responded uh, to what people were feeling, what was the cause of the tension in Kashmir. Somebody
Yeah.
should have gone on to the Poonch Valley, talked to people, yet we did not see the political leadership going there. So now, when this provincial division will come about, again PPP will be on the other side, and probably PMLN will be quiet. So political tensions are going to rise as they are rising in AJK on the issue of the credibility of the elections. Now the elections have been won by PMLN, but PPP says that the elections were rigged. So
Yeah.
these are some of the problems that are potentially going to arise.
Right. As you have just mentioned about the tensions right now going on in Kashmir, I want to ask that is it the only reason to divide the provinces that the public aren't able to meet with their expectations toward the politicians and the government? Or are there some other reasons as well which are required to finally make this in a bigger way, to divide the provinces or have more space?
I think one of the perceptions of the armed forces and the law enforcement agencies is that if they have smaller units, then leadership could be provided and they could do better in law and order. Also, they would feel that instead of Balochistan, there would be other provinces, the names would change, the context would change. Similarly, in
Yeah.
KP, things would change. But you know, this is a very superficial concept of looking at things. So instead of doing the difficult things, like really engaging with people as far as law and order is concerned, actually talking to the aggrieved people if they have any injuries in their heart. Uh, this is just an easy slogan. It won't be possible, and I think they need to look at the fundamentals
Yeah.
in law and order and other things. Uh, there are no easy ways, and this is just an easy slogan. And I hope that it doesn't lead to more tension, and it doesn't lead to divisions in Sindh, because Sindh would take it very seriously. It's a very emotive issue in Sindh. While there was a time when probably you were very, very young, when we had the Kalabagh Dam controversy. And although Kalabagh Dam, in my opinion, would have been a good option, but it became an emotive issue in Sindh and KP. And then the government of Pakistan had to go back, and we're suffering because of it. Because if India, I think you did a wonderful program on floods, or you're doing it, if India releases water when there is more water in the monsoons, you don't have storage capacity to hold it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think the political leadership and the military leadership, they should get into a huddle and discuss this amongst themselves in closed door meetings, and talk to each other about what they want, instead of sloganeering. Slogans are very easy to start, but they're very difficult to end.
Right. So, discussing this point, it just reminds me of the division of USA, like when USA was actually made, the states, the differences, and how they like fought for everything. It was just it's a kind of same scenario. Like here, when we are talking about the to making the provinces, and the governments are there, they're against of each other, and on the other side, still the problem is there. So, what is the important role of public? Like, do you think public opinion matters here?
Yes, it does. Public opinion matters a lot, but it has to be informed opinion. It should not be just empty slogans. Sometimes some of us, they get into the streets when they don't even know the real context. The USA had a very long, checkered, but eventually
Yeah.
successful history of federalism. Pakistan is also a
Yeah.
federation. It's a young federation, and it's not. Um, you know, in the US, they fought a lot, but they also had periods where they decided issues by talking to each other. So
Yeah.
in the last century, they had these federal, the center province dispute. So they had a wonderful judge. His name was Justice John Marshall. So
Yeah.
for 30 years, he remained the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of the US, and he resolved most of the issues in a very good, educated, decent manner. There are famous cases without going into details. There is Marbury versus Madison. There's McCulloch versus Maryland. It decided such issues of fundamental importance. So there are many ways to solve issues, but the fundamental thing is to talk and discuss, get the experts together, and come to a consensus. And if at all the decision is to divide provinces, then you should take the leadership of Sindh, that is Mr. Bilawal, Bhutto Zardari, and Mr. Zardari on board, talk to them, convince them, and only then you should move forward. Otherwise, it's going to be a dead end, and it's going to lead to a lot of needless controversy.
Very rightly said, because communication is the key and communication is very, very important. This is not a decision that can be just taken in a day or some months. Of course, it requires time and acceptance of almost everyone. almost all the parties. So, looking around Pakistan, the financial status of Pakistan, do you think there will be more financial crisis as well when you will be going to divide the provinces, or are we in a condition that we can do it? We are financially powerful enough.
I think more than the financial aspect of it, the political aspect of it is going to be the most difficult one.
Right.
Because Sindh has a history. Similarly, KP has a history. Already, the Afghanistan government, and not this government alone, previous governments all vie for something which they call Pakhtunistan, and they covered Pakistan's area. So if you touch the boundaries of provinces, you might get you might get other states also getting involved. And so I think it would be wise, in my opinion, not to divide the provinces. There can be other solutions. The divisions, they can be called some other administrative unit, and there could be administrative uh, administrative smaller provinces in a province, but not politically. It would be Balochistan, but say four areas of it could be called Balochistan 1, Balochistan 2, Balochistan 3. Similarly, in Punjab also. So that way, politically the province would remain the same, but administratively it could be called different things, and then law enforcement deployed or other things. So I think politically, provinces should not be divided.
Right, of course, because it's not about to just to divide the provinces. We have to work on the system as well. When we see the problems, the tensions going into Kashmir right now, we address the government as well. That why is all it's all going on. So this is also the reason that comes to our mind that maybe we need to divide the provinces to get more administration or more administered, system. So, at last, I would just like to ask that is there anything you want to add, as you have just mentioned your opinion that it's better if you do not divide the politicians, but the provinces. But is there anything else you want to add in it?
Yes, I think this approach, which was talked about by DGISP, also the hard approach. I think in terms of talking to people, especially in Balochistan, I think the state needs to be hard towards terrorists. But as far as our own people are concerned, even
Yeah,
if
of course.
if they've taken a wrong stance, I think the state is like a mother, so it should cuddle its violent children, also try to teach them nice things. And I think the state needs to be soft towards its own citizens.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. It needs to be hard towards the terrorists. So this mixed approach and talking to each other and coming to conclusions themselves, that would be the right way, instead of finding easy solutions in these slogans. And if at all, like you just also mentioned, if you have to do it, then do it in a very reasoned manner without alienating the parties of Sindh, or any other, or even in KP. In KP, there is a different provincial government. But
Yeah.
if it's such a fundamental matter, you should put aside your differences and talk to each other about that too.
Very rightly said. Thank you so much. It was just so amazing being here with you, talking to you on this topic. It was really, I've learned a lot. So thank you
It
so much
was
for your
it was
time.
wonderful. It was wonderful for me also. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. So, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the podcast. And if there is any question you want to add, please add it into the comments. And we will be back with you with another episode. Till then, take care. Bye bye.